the ammo counter to see at which point does the recoil turn. Warzone needs training map. My name is Rahuraka and welcome to the Backlot, the place where real men brawl. Welcome to another episode of The Workshop, where we experiment and test random cool things in video games for your knowledge and entertainment so you don't have to. Like I always say, recoil is one of the more important things when it comes to good aim, and learning recoil for different guns will help you with that. And that is how all of the pros have really good aim. Be sure to pause the video if you need to see the recoil patterns and use the timestamps down below to select which gun you want to learn. I will be covering Vanguard guns when they are integrated into Warzone December 6th, so be sure you subscribed. Let us go in game. This time we are going to test the recoils of SMGs. The first SMG is going to be the Milano, and we are at this distance. So this is the recoil pattern of the Milano. The Milano does have 32 rounds per mag, and we're going to do a full spread to see its recoil pattern. This is the recoil pattern of the Milano. It goes straight up for the most part, and then towards the end it goes completely to the right, so top right. So to control the recoil pattern, we're going to move down at first and then pull to the bottom left. So it's going to look, if you're controlling, it's going to look something like this. It's going to look something like this. Let's try that one more time. And that is the bullet spread for the Milano SMG after you control for recoil. Remember, all of these weapons, they're not specced out at all. They are all in their base forms. The next weapon that we're going to do the recoil pattern for is the AK-74U. So this weapon has, the AK-74U has 30 rounds per mag, and this is how the recoil pattern is going to look without controlling at all. So while checking the recoil pattern, I am also looking at the ammo counter. I'm also looking at the ammo counter to see at which point does the recoil turn. Right, we are back due to some inconveniences because Activision does not have any dedicated training map inside of Warzone. So Warzone on its own, if you don't have the base game, then it does not have any dedicated training map. So now we're going to control the recoil for the AK-70U. It's going to look something like this. So this is the recoil pattern for the Cold War MP5. The Cold War MP5 has 30 round mag, and this is the recoil pattern without any control. As you can see, for the most part it goes directly up. It does wiggle a bit, but it does go directly up, and then it stops right at that point there. So at the beginning of your spread, you're going to control for recoil, and then you can hold afterwards. So it should look something like this. Let's try that one more time. That is the recoil spread and recoil control of the Cold War MP5. Right, we are now going to do the recoil control and the recoil pattern for the MAC-10. The MAC-10 has a 32 round mag, and at about this distance, this is the recoil pattern. So it sprays quite fast. It has a high rate of fire, but it goes something like towards the top right and then moving towards straight up. So When you control it, it should look something like this. And that is after we control for recoil on the Mach 10. This is the recoil pattern for the Bullfrog. The Bullfrog has a high capacity, it is a high capacity SMG with 50 rounds per mag, and the recoil spread for the entire 50 rounds is going to look like this. As you saw in the demonstration, it does pull a lot to the top right, and based on the height also of the recoil pattern, from this distance you have to pull down quite a bit to your bottom right. It pulls up to your top left. So if I were to control this gun, I would control it something like this. So compared this bullet spread with when you don't control it, where it went right up there. Let's try that one more time and see if I can make this group a lot more shorter. Okay, so the group is a little bit more better between the two, and that is the recoil spread and recoil pattern for the Bullfrog.